A new controversy has erupted in the Patterson schools, and the man in the middle is Principal Joe Clark. The problem is the clothing, or lack of it, worn by performers in a recent dance show. Robert Miller reports that everyone in Patterson seems to have an opinion about it.
I mean, this is art. It's damn disgusting.
What they're talking about is the show Eric Floyd and his fiancée, Wanda Dee, brought to Patterson's Eastside High last month. At Principal Joe Clark's invitation, and at mostly Floyd's expense, the show was, well, revealing. The vice principal stopped the show at that point. Principal Joe Clark was in L.A. at the time, taping an appearance with Arsenio Hall. The performance at the school triggered at least 500 calls of protest to the office of the mayor.
If I had known it was taking place, I would have directed the Patterson Police Department to go into that school and give citations to those that were producing that show.
But the people involved in the show say that the criticism is unwarranted.
Same actress on stage is exactly what Wanda Dee's video is going to be in about 2 weeks on MTV, VH1, BET, and all the other video networks.
They weren't children like 3 years old, 4 years old, and everyone is treating them in that respect, and they're not.
So you weren't teaching them anything? Huh?
No, these kids know more than I know.
Well, you be the judge. The school superintendent has indicated that whomever is responsible for bringing the show here to Eastside High will have to answer for it. Principal Joe Clark has acknowledged arranging for the performance. In Patterson, Robert Miller, Channel 9 News.
Well, Principal Joe Clark told us he did not see the dance program. You know why? He was out of town. But he says that it was an annual show, and there is nothing new or different about it. Clark says anyone familiar with African dance knows that dancers are scantily clad.
Performance at his high school. Was this during recess? Joe Clark may be the best-known principal in America. He's been on the cover of Time magazine, received calls from the White House, and now he's being portrayed in the movie Lean on Me. Joe's not the quiet type, and now he's pretty vocal about his latest run-in with local officials.
I'm a law and order person. I guess people say I'm relatively conservative.
Joe Clark uses anything but conservative methods to run Eastside High School in New Jersey. His controversial bullhorn-toting style has been the target of more than one bad review.
Joe Clark is certainly not Mother Teresa. And some situations require a Dirty Harry. Okay, I'm Dirty Harry.
But Joe Clark's most recent critics say the atmosphere got a little too dirty during a school assembly last month. This professional singing group was brought to Eastside High School to celebrate the opening of Lean on Me, Hollywood's version of Joe Clark's career. But the curtain came down rather quickly once school officials realized they were getting a stripped-down version of what they'd expected.
On that particular day, and I was not here, maybe, and I say to you, maybe, there might have been a smidgen of inappropriateness in one of the acts that were being put on.
But the Patterson City Council was not as mild in their response to the variety show, and they're demanding that Joe Clark be fired. True to his style, Joe Clark is fighting back.
And I want to state this for the record about those no-good pusillanimous dastards on that city council. They're an insult to the political process, for they know indeed that that act was not indicative of the type of furor that's surrounding this particular situation. What they did was ambush me. They attempted to ambush me. And I want them to understand, beginning with the black ones on there who ambushed me and betrayed me on Black History Month, and the other individuals, that first of all, I have done nothing wrong, and this is just an insidious attempt to try and imbue me, stain me, besmirch me, and they know they can't, and they also know they can't fire me, so they should just stop flapping their Vaseline lips and shut up.
Whoa. The next move is up to the school board in Patterson. Tomorrow on A Current Affair, and that wraps it up for today's program. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, this is Ron Stevens.
And I'm Joy Gridner.
Join us tomorrow morning on Hot 97.
You could win a Sony Mega Watchman.
When you hear this sound on 97.1 FM.
Hot 97.
No gun disease here. No, not there.
However, there is a grin on my face that won't go away, and the reason for that, and look at the people in this audience. Look at the anticipation on their faces because they know what's coming up. We're about to talk about this broiling, as you liked it, rhubarb over at Eastside High.
Yeah.
What do you think about what went on there?
I think it was a little much for high school. I couldn't have emotionally handled it in high school.
Now, you saw the videotape, about 15 seconds of videotape,
yes,
right?
yeah. I went, oh my gosh, my kids are going to that school.
Maybe you didn't see enough to make up your mind.
Maybe not.
Well, maybe you need to see it
I need
up
to see
close
it up
and personal.
close and personal. You're absolutely right.
What went on at Eastside High? We had some dancers ripping off some clothes, partial nudity. What's going on with Joe Clark, the hero principal? That is the subject when we come back on
That's
People
right,
Are
and he's
Talking.
got rip-away pants on. Don't go away.
Welcome back to People Are Talking. I'm Matt Lauer, sitting in for Richard Bay. Chances are, no matter where you live, you have heard of Joe Clark, New Jersey's own high school principal, who used a baseball bat and a bullhorn to coax his students to make the grade and to reclaim Eastside High School from pushers and prostitutes. Now, his success landed him right on the cover of a national magazine. You know which one? Time magazine. There he is with the baseball bat. He also turned some heads in Hollywood. As a matter of fact, the movie that opened last week across the country, Lean on Me, is actually the Joe Clark story. Now, you would think, with all of this going on, that Joe Clark's life is rosy, right? Maybe not. Last week, he hit a snag. You see, he set up an assembly at the high school complete with entertainment, and some of that entertainment was deemed to be a little risque for high school students. You're looking at a piece of the act right now. Pretty young lady dancing around, and watch this. Boom! There she goes. An impromptu anatomy lesson for the students at the high school. What do you think about that? Is that too risque for high school students? What do you think? Yes. Well, who says no? Okay, now we know what the people in our audience think. We would like to know what you people at home think. We have set up a People Are Talking people poll. The question is a show with partial nudity appropriate to present to high school students? Here's what we want you to do. Pick up your phone. In the next 10 minutes or so, call 1-201-480-VOTE. If you think it is inappropriate, push Y for yes. If you think it is not inappropriate, just push N for no. Again, Y for yes, it's inappropriate. N for no, it is not inappropriate. And gentlemen, for the first time on television, direct from Eastside High, please welcome Eric Floyd's All-Star Cavalcade.